recording on? Okay. What's up, guys? As usual, welcome back to the channel. All my new subscribers, welcome to, or my new viewers, welcome to the channel. To begin with, I'm almost at 100, so feeling pretty legit on the YouTube scene right now. I do actually appreciate anybody who takes the time to watch these videos, so that's awesome. So we're gonna take a little, I don't know, detour from the stuff I usually talk about PTSD. I'm not saying that I have PTSD. I'm saying that I recognize that it's a real thing, and there are different levels of it. It varies, and I can understand very legitly how people can be affected by it. It sucks. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I want to say I had, I don't want to say 3 incidents, but 3 things that happened over the last couple days that kind of made me feel like this is something I should talk about. So 1, I had an incident with spaghetti. 2, I had an incident with a guy who I thought looked like another guy. And the 3rd thing was that I heard a comedy skit by the late George Carlin. Actually, I'll if I can find it on YouTube, I'll post a link up in the video somewhere so you can check it out. And he was actually talking about PTSD and how it's changed over the years, how, you know, the different variants of it was initially shell shock and became battle fatigue, and the term has basically had the humanity stricken from it. Like, it used to sound like a rough and tumble term because it was a rough and tumble situation. Like, PTSD is not something that should be disconnected from the humanity side of it. So anyway, let's get to the spaghetti deal. Like, it's gonna sound crazy, but it's absolutely true, and it drives me nuts to this day. So when I was little, my mom used to make spaghetti, and it's just, if she ever sees this, then sorry to tell you, you can't cook. Like, it's horrible. So she used to make spaghetti, which was basically noodles in red water, and you know, it sucks. She used to boil chicken, like for soup, like literally just boiled chicken. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but it's what we had to eat. Also sucked. And it's just like one of those things where I used to get it so much. That salmon croquettes, salmon with breaded, no. So long story short, my wife brought me some spaghetti from a party we were at, and I looked at her and she looked at me like, oh yeah, that's right. Like, she knows better than to ever bring me spaghetti in life ever. I hate it. I despise spaghetti because of what happened to me when I was little. And it's not like, oh, I was touched and all this other stuff that happened. I'm just saying it's different variants of an experience that can make you hate something or get triggered. I guess that's what the young folks are saying these days, by something so small that it just ruins your day. Like, my wife can cook. She actually makes great spaghetti, and every time she makes it, I eat it, but I hate eating it. I can enjoy the entire meal and hate the fact that I'm eating spaghetti. It's ridiculous. And on another note, the incident where I saw a guy that looked like a guy was on the opposite end of that spectrum. It wasn't some mild sensation where I was like, woman, don't bring me no spaghetti, you know I hate this. It was, my palms got sweaty. I felt like a house cat with my back arched. Like, the hair on the back of my neck was standing up. I was legit tense. Like, I was either ready to run or fight. So I saw a guy in the break room at work that looked from the side, I mean, same haircut, same height, same build as my NCO when I was deployed. And I really disliked this man, like, with a passion. And if you haven't seen my first vlogging video, when I legit was vlogging and not just messing around practicing wheelies, I'll post the link up there as well to get us dude to wave, or lady. It was about my experience while I was deployed and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna go too far into detail with it, but I disliked the person that was in charge of me on my deployment. It made my life live in hell when he didn't have to. And I swear to God, I thought I saw him in my break room, and I was amped up immediately. I had no control over my feelings. I had to leave and go ask a friend, like, yo man, I need you to walk down the hallway real quick and check this dude out for me. I think it's the guy I've been telling y'all about in my an email I wrote for my deployment. So he's like, what? No shit, let me go down there and check it out. Turns out it was just some dude who was on base helping with some kind of CE project or some crap. But I was like, I'm a grown man, and I legitly was flipping out for a good 15 minutes thinking this was a guy that I had issues with in the past. And like it almost messed up my whole day, and I was like, damn, what the shit, what is going on with me? And then I started to realize, hey, I got some issues. And the only reason I bring that up is because I use my motorcycle as therapy. Like, I could not wait to get home from deployment and ride my bike. Like, you know, it's just one of those things that I use it to make myself feel better. And of course, you know, I recommend this unless you've got a traumatic incident with a motorcycle. Then I absolutely do not recommend this. And of course, I am not, you know, a psychologist, psychiatrist. I don't want anybody saying, well, you're not qualified. I know that. I'm not a doctor. You need to see a professional about your mental health. I'm just saying, find a release. I actually also use my daughter's gymnastics competitions as a, I don't want to say a form of therapy. It just, you know, it's one of those things where I'm dad. I go, I used to avoid them a lot because I'm intimidated. I don't want to make her nervous. It's because of what I do. I'm a dad. I make her nervous. She thinks she's got to perform, and I don't want one of those dads that's like, you got to win. This is life. You know, it is a competition. I want you to win, but I also want her to have fun. Plus, I go sometimes just to keep her mom off. Her mom will pep talk her to death. I'm probably going to get in trouble for that. Also, there is a shit ton of 30 to 40-year-old former gymnast coaches. So that's always fun. So I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. It's a good place to go and kind of do something that I never really experienced. I never really went to her stuff. I went to some of them, and I would just avoid them because it's gymnastics, it's girly, it's this and that. And turns out that it's actually kind of cool. So I also find that as another way, along with video games and lifting weights. So this is one of my bike therapy moments that I feel like this is a good way for somebody who hasn't ridden. Go take the class, take the MSF course, find some buddies to ride with, ride by yourself, do whatever you got to do. But I highly suggest taking up motorcycling as a hobbyist and then becoming an enthusiast, and then before you know it, you're like, yo, this is awesome. You know, you don't have to go to drugs, you don't have to go to, you know, violence. You know, I've seen it personally, and I've seen people lock up personally with their issues that they got, but I've also seen some dudes that'll, you know, bite the freaking head off a grenade and stare at you in the face while it's about to blow up. These same dudes will break down and cry when they're petting a kitten. Like, it's nuts what the human brain is capable of. So that's it, guys. I don't think I drifted too far off the subject. I just wanted to make a little awareness vlog about issues. You know, you got to deal with yourself and what you got to deal with as best you can. And then I try not to impose on anybody else. Like, I do believe in those, what do you call them, service animals, or comfort pets, like the one they use on planes. But you got to have more than one outlet, because if your outlet is imposing on other people, then it's one of those deals to where are you harming more than you're actually healing, because you're too selfish in dealing with your own issues. It's hard to find balance, especially when you want to make sure that you're straight and you really don't care about everybody else, because that's what you got to do sometimes. But anyway, I'm out. I'm gonna go enjoy this ride for my after work therapy, and I'll catch you guys later.